The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Wednesday, December 6th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Bet Rivers. Claim your risk-free bet up to $500 at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/BetRivers. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/BetRivers. We're also brought to you by Game Time. Game Time tickets make the perfect holiday gift. Download the Game Time app today. Use that promo code CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Edition for Wednesday, December 6th. The Knights had some barn burners. There's game winners. There's buzzer beaters. There's tough ass beats, and there are ass kickings going on. I'll be honest, I am not having the greatest night tonight. I've patched it up a little bit. At one point, I was eating a true bundle of shit, but I have patched it up a little bit. But overall, I've been fighting a losing battle here. They say my audio is cracking up a little bit. Do you hear me fine?
A little bit, crack it up a little bit. Maybe there's a loose screw or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
It wasn't doing this pre-show, but just started.
I don't know what else to say or what to do here. So. Anyway, look, if you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. I killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit. Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit. Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit. Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
I think you get my point. Oh man, I had some good picks. I also had some awful picks. I was all over the place today. How you doing, folks? Subscribe to the college basketball experience. I am joined by a guy. He's having a much better night than myself. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the Big 12 College Experience, which you should be subscribed to, host of the Ryan and Rush Show, which you should be subscribed to. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre, aka Moneyline Mac. How you doing, brother?
Doing good. It's a little bit of a winning night, nothing crazy, but I'm really in a good mood because I'm in West by God, Virginia. I came up a day early. I heard there's a basketball game tomorrow that we're going to touch on. A little snowstorm, had to make it through a blizzard, but that ain't going to fucking stop me from doing this show, going to that game tomorrow. I'm fucking locked in, and you guys know where I'm going tonight.
Yeah. So, folks, he's in Morgantown. How long did it take you in that snowstorm?
It probably should have taken 6 hours. It took me 5. There wasn't no slowing down. Laser focus.
Yeah. And that's a tough run right there in the snow. I've done that a few times. Shout out to Landon Renard also. We're going to get, appreciate the shout out. Appreciate Landon's the man. And I know we're going to be talking about his Badgers in a minute here. Cause I'm mad at you guys. You guys are going to get some death threats from me. We encourage death threats. Let's just get to it, man, because I kind of hated today. I felt like there was a couple that were stolen from me, but man, did I have some bad fucking plays at the same time. Game 1, Boston College, Central Connecticut State. I don't know how you pulled this out of your ass. When I was watching this game, BC was up 27 points.
Yes.
You covered this. We didn't bet this, but I'm saying I took BC. Central Connecticut State covered. I actually got some messages about why did I bet on Central Connecticut State? Well, you hit. I don't want to hear any bitching. You hit. What'd you make of this one, man?
So full disclosure, I lose service every time I go from Richmond to Morgantown for about an hour. I'm in the absolute backwoods for that drive. So I'll just have the app up and I can see the scores every 10 minutes. I'll get like a glimpse of service and it'll refresh. So yeah, I saw it was 27 points. I thought BC was pulling away, but I don't know how Central Connecticut covered this game, but they did. So did not bet this. So I'm not going to tout it all on this one. Good cover, I guess. Central Connecticut.
They covered.
I know. That's what I mean. I'm not going to tout it like I bet it, or I was on the right side. I mean, they were getting drilled by 30. So I guess it's a good cover.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how it happened. I turned it off because it was terrible.
I know.
But anyway, I feel bad that I talked you off, Army, because they drilled Lemoyne. Who the fuck is this Lemoyne team? Only 51 points against Army? What the hell?
Those white guys were stapled against Army. they were respecting the troops tonight, I guess. That's embarrassing. 20 points by Army? The terrible Lemoyne.
What in the fuck? Shout out to Rush Bishop there. That beautiful studio he's got there.
Boom.
Look at that studio. Fantastic.
What's
YouTube.com. Oh, I can't make it out all the way. Is that them beating Pitt?
That Mountaineers were up 63-46 6 minutes ago. That was my last year with the staff. So, I went out on a winning note in the brawl. 6 in a row. But who's counting?
Shout out to Rush. And yes, we do encourage death threats. Appreciate everyone out there
yes, please.
Being lunatics. Why did we not bet on Queens against Winthrop?
I did.
We said this on the show last night. You locked this up?
Yeah, you were close.
Yeah.
You said Picks Page, I think.
Yeah. Well, I didn't bet this. I didn't bet this. I should have bet this. I'm mad that I didn't bet it because Moneyline Mac and Queens cashed. Let's go. Now I did have some good plays, even though there was some really bad plays. I had some really fucking genius plays, I thought. Me and Noah loaded up on the Delaware Blue Hens as they win outright against Cincinnati. Throwing up shit on the wall. Some of it's bound to stick, right? What'd you make of this one, Noah?
I asked you guys after this game, did anybody take this money line? Because, Xavier, that's now 3 games in a row or 3 games where they were favorites in a row, whereas there's an angle for this money line, and we only bounced on 1.
I had it even loaded up. I always pick a couple of games I load them up, but I backed off it. But I took the points in the Blue Hens, and that hit, and I felt very good about myself. I felt like I was a genius. But damn, did the storm come down after that? Sometimes life has a way of humbling you. And
I went 2 and 3 today too, so not much popping in from me.
I ate a big old shit sandwich. You know what I mean? I was just our Lord and Savior Jerry Tarkanian's like, Dundee, eat a shit sandwich. Eat a shit sandwich here. Didn't bet this one, but George Mason got drilled by Tennessee. You were on the right side of this one. 21-point win for the Vols. I was all over the place on picking this game, but I went with Mason. What'd you make of this one?
Tennessee does what Tennessee does, man. They fuck up these teams. And George Mason's a good team, but they were off 3 losses. Great spot back in Rocky Top. Maybe it was because I listened to Rick Barnes's press conference the other day, and he was talking about how disappointed he was on his defensive side of the floor. I knew they were going to come out laser focused. Good win for the Vols against a good Mason team.
Yeah. Illinois 98. Florida Atlantic 89. Mac wins a lock battle against myself and Noah.
And everybody else.
I'm just going to go ahead and say this. Play this again right now.
I would have
play it again right fucking now, because the shots that were going in for Illinois, you're going to lose this game 100 out of 100 times, I think. And I will say this. Illinois in November and December is normally really good, and maybe I undervalued them. But I will still say some of the shots, like with the shot clock going down, that went in the basket, you're just sitting there like, okay. We're playing fucking horse here. What's going on? This guy's making fucking crazy shots. Shout out to Illinois, though. And that's one thing I thought about, and I'll give you credit, Mac, is that they're normally pretty fire in November and December.
Yeah.
So that was a good handicap by you, I feel like, on that. But, man, Marcus Damask looking like fucking Reggie Miller at the Garden. Everything he threw up was going in. Shot clock going down, throw up some bullshit, in. I feel like FAU, if they play tomorrow, I'm not disappointed with my pick, but no, I will say Illinois, kudos. You look fucking phenomenal. You couldn't miss a shot. And yeah, Noah, what'd you make of it?
No, I think you're on the right trail here. Like, if they played again tomorrow, I would have bet Florida Atlantic again here. Like, Illinois had two guys drop 30, and Vlad Golden put up a career high in 19 minutes after he had 2 fouls in the first 6 minutes of the game. Yeah. So it's just the variation in college basketball. It helps you out sometimes, and sometimes it burns you in the ass. This is one of them where I felt like the roll of the dice didn't go our way. Like, I would bet this again tomorrow. I really would. Mac, how'd you see it on the winning side of it?
So obviously score watching. I caught the last 5 minutes. I finally got service. So, I mean, Illinois, like you said, the two guys, Shannon and Domaska, combined for 60 fucking 2 points.
Yeah.
But I mean, for FAU, man, like, I felt like they were due for a loss too. I mean, they've won those 6 big time games all in a row. They're not going to win every game. And I know I faded them 3 or 4 times this year unsuccessfully, but it felt like a good spot. Illinois, like you said, it's good in November, but I mean, I'm not buying them in March yet.
Yeah. I mean, dude,
Good
Terrence
win,
Shannon, what was it? Shannon hit like a fucking, like a 40-footer with 2 on the shot clock. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Illinois played good. They deserve to win the fucking game. I'm just saying, I don't think they can duplicate that. I don't think they can duplicate that with a team of that quality. Bradley, 52, Akron, 67. What happened here? Because I was watching this game. I had to step out for a little bit, but Bradley was winning when I was watching. But clearly, Akron in the second half, Enrique Freeman, I know, had a big number. I want to say he went for like 28 and 19 or something. 4 steals, 4 blocks, if memory serves me correct. He fucking dominated. Huge game. The Zips turned it on late in that game because, like I said, I thought when I was watching, Bradley was kind of a back and forth game, but Bradley kind of had like a 2-3 point lead, I feel like. Nice win for the Zips. What'd you make of this one?
I ended up placing a little bit of money on Akron. Revenge angle we talked about last night. Bradley drilled them the year before in Peoria. Akron, man, they're good at home. They were off 3 losses, hadn't played at home in like a month. They were ready to go. Good win. Good win for that program.
Yeah, I'm so pissed I didn't bet this next one. I felt pretty fucking good about actually the next 2 I'm going to talk on. Oklahoma 72, Providence 51. I thought it was a horrible spot for Oklahoma. I don't know why I didn't bet this game. I apologize because I felt good about this. And I got to listen to the inner me. You know what I mean? I can give a seminar. Listen to the inner you. All right? By Pick Dundee. Yeah.
I ate shit on this one, man. What happened in this game? Because it was like a 2-point game with 10 minutes left.
And Cameron Kerr was at this place. It seemed like, to me, momentum. I had the quad box going on. I'm not at the studio today, but I was also building a fucking baby crib. So it's like I didn't pay the most attention. But anyway, Oklahoma 7. I feel like it was just a momentum play down the stretch. They just pulled away. What'd you make of this one?
Yeah. They're 8-0. I mean, goddamn, Oklahoma. Oh, I mean, some of these Big 12 teams quietly tonight was a good night for the Big 12. Oklahoma, BYU, both undefeated. Cincinnati's undefeated. We'll touch on K-State's big win. Woo.
Yeah. That game was fucking insane. But I'm very mad. I'm disappointed in myself because I felt good about it. I felt confident about Oklahoma, just like I felt confident that Liberty was going to fuck up Mississippi Valley State. And we didn't take this either. Why did we not bet this? Why did we not bet it? And those cribs are tough, man.
We were scared of the 30-point line.
No, I in my head I knew that they would cover this shit, but God,
how much did they end up winning by? I saw it was like 35, and I was like, oh God, this game.
Dude, they held them to 39 points. They won by 35. Yeah.
I guess technically the line was still tight. Like,
yeah, but I still felt like we should have bet that. I did bet this and it hit, and I want to give them a shout out. The Merrimack Warriors covered, and do you guys catch this game at all?
They jumped on them. I know that, and then
Merrimack
were down 20.
was winning at halftime.
Yeah.
Florida final 10 minutes or final 15 minutes looked really fucking good, but my Warriors are fucking dogs, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, and they did almost blow that. They did almost blow that. I hit on that, but man, so circle of trust here. Didn't lock this game up last night, but decided to bet it today. I decided to bet Drexel plus 8.5 points. Nope. Princeton 81, Drexel 70, an 11-point win for Princeton. And I want to quote this tweet because I didn't do that. I didn't dig this up. But I believe it was from where the fuck is it? Yeah, from Rocco Miller. Shout out to him. He does a great job. And Princeton is 9-0 for the first time in 104 years. Woo! That's a long time.
I know.
I ate a bag of shit here. What'd you make of this game?
Yeah, I took Princeton. I mean, they're fucking a wagon right now. Drexel spot wasn't that good coming off the Villanova win. Great win for Princeton.
But the line went up. The line went up overnight. So I was like, you know what? I think Drexel can. I didn't think they'd win the game. I just thought, 70-63 type of game, something like that. No.
You look at it, they're 9-0 and they got St. Joe's on Sunday. Hello.
I think I have I don't know what that line will be. I wonder what that line will be.
1 or 2. Yeah.
And I'd also, did you bet Navy today?
Yeah. They were live, dog. They should have won.
Moneyline, Mac, going with the midshipmen. George Washington 79, the Colonials or the Pussies, either way. 79, Navy 77. Shout out to Navy for hanging tough. I will never say shout out to George for G-Dub anymore. They're dead to me. What'd you make of this one, man?
Yeah, I mean, Navy was kind of in this game. I mean, it was like a 1-point game with 1 minute to go. So ended up not being a sweat, went to overtime, just fell short, man. I thought they were going to pull this thing out on the money line.
Yeah. Notre Dame drilled Western Michigan, took Western Michigan to the points. That actually did not cover.
Yeah.
They're terrible. We bet Lavelle Moton in North Carolina Central. We ate a big old bag of shit on this one. As Virginia won 77-47.
Who is this Virginia team? What's
they
up
can
with
score.
this team?
They can score.
But then down in Florida, they could not throw it in the ocean. They scored 40 against Wisconsin and they scored 50 against West Virginia with 7 players.
They can score against mid-majors this year. Before,
that's fair.
They couldn't. That's what it is. And then I'm going to talk some shit to you guys. You guys sold me. You guys sold me on Michigan State. I was not touching this game. I was actually taking Wisconsin. I was not going to bet this game though. But you guys sold me. You guys built, I thought, great cases for why we should take Tom Izzo. And I go, you know what? Those guys are my friends. They know a thing or two about hoops. So I threw $100 on Michigan State and they got fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. They fucking suck. I'm never taking them again. Tom Izzo, look, Boca Raton, the old folks home is calling. All right. I mean, what in the fuck was that, man?
I mean, dude, the spot could not have been better. Wisconsin's coming off the Marquette win. They stormed the court. They got short rest. Compared to Michigan State, hadn't played since November. Sparty's got big-time issues. That's the big thing I took away. And my preseason Wisconsin pick isn't looking too bad. Got to win in East Lansing.
I had him second place. The game. I had him second place. Let's go. What Wisconsin. A huge fucking win. Yeah. Wow. 70-57. They get it done. That was an ass whooping. My horrible day continued because Lafayette, I don't know how this did not hit.
Oh God. I hate Columbia. I hate that.
This was maybe the worst beat of the entire day. This was Columbia was up by like 1 or 2 at like the 3-minute mark.
It was like a 4-point game at the minute.
Yeah. Yeah. How the fuck do we lose by 11?
Yeah.
Absolutely. This is one where the alcohol tastes better. Oh my God. Just, and shout out to Landon, because I know that Wisconsin win. He's shit talking his buddies there, and that's a big win. And they look fire. Patty C was even texting me saying, "This Wisconsin team, I think they can do damage in March. Let's go."
Patty's falling for the white guys.
Yeah.
Sucker right for it. You're stapled to the floor, Patty. They'll lose in the round of 32, but they can do damage in the Big Ten.
Yeah. Unfucking believable.
I mean, to be fair, doing damage in the tournament for a Big Ten team is winning just one game.
You're probably right. They'll probably be the last man standing if they get to Sweet 16. Especially if Izzo's out. I mean, what the fuck's the Big Ten going to do if Izzo doesn't make the dance? They're fucked.
Yeah. My shitty night continued. Like I said, Lafayette beat. I truly believe we should have all won this. If you didn't watch this game, I don't know how the fuck we lost this game. But my night continued to get shitty because Western Carolina got absolutely drilled by High Point. Who is this High Point team? This High Point team, I'm starting to be completely sold on this High Point team moving forward. When you look at their losses, I mean, early in the year, I think it was like the first game or second game they lost to Queens. And then I think they had a 1-point loss to Wofford out the gate. But ever since then, man, they've looked pretty fucking good. So yeah, I lost a lot of money. We'll get to that final number in a second. I got a couple games I'm sweating out currently, so can't give you an exact number, but I am down a substantial amount of money right now. But let's talk about this. What'd you make of High Point and their turnaround from a year ago?
I kind of hinted at this. This line kind of stunk because I thought Western Carolina was the better team. But that line was a pick 'em. I was like, I'm staying away. High Point continues to roll, man. And I think you make a good point. Who is this High Point team? Well, High Point, you look at it, they're 7-3, and they've won 4 in a row. They got good quality wins over Illinois State, Iona.
We're breaking in a new head coach too. You got to remember that.
And they beat Western Carolina by 30. I mean, goddamn.
Yeah. My shitty night continued. I don't know how we lost this. UNC Asheville was getting 2.5.
Oh God.
Drew Pember goes for like 28 and 12 or something. I don't fucking remember, but he dominated. And in overtime, we lose by 3. If this game doesn't go to overtime, if that jumper doesn't go in with like 12 seconds, how the fuck do we lose this game? Like, I felt like we had this one hurt. This was one of the Lafayette was worse, but this is second worst. Your thoughts on Kennesaw getting a dub against Asheville?
Yeah, this is why we drank. This was brutal, man. They were the right side. They should have won the game. Rob sent me a message. Of course we lose Asheville by 3 in overtime on the buzzer beater. Unreal. Yeah. So yeah, take a sip, everybody. If you had Asheville plus 2.5, right side. Cheers. Let's all be miserable.
I took the money line too. I did a money line play on that one. Just short little yapper, trying to make up some money here. No, of course. Noah, what'd you make of this
swing of that?
So my thing here is Pember hurt? Like, this is his first big game.
He played big. He had like 3 or 4 blocks, I feel like.
Yes, He had 27 points, 14 rebounds. He didn't play against Wofford, and he hasn't really been starting most of these games for Asheville. He's been coming off the bench. I think this is something to watch, or at least we missed it. But I don't know what's going on with Pember, because 20 minutes, 22 minutes, 26 minutes, 16 minutes, 13 minutes. That's his game log.
That's true.
This game, 34 minutes. I don't know what changed, if he was in the doghouse from the coach or if there was an injury. So
they're saying
something flew under.
Yeah.
Something flew under my radar, and I did not realize that Pember is not playing 100% here.
I'm so glad I didn't bet this one. I know you did, but Tyler Perry and Kansas State win 72-71 at the buzzer. Pretty much, he hits a 3 to take it to win this game. K-State. I mean, this was a fun watch. Fun watch, and maybe K-State's a little bit better than I think. But then it could just be their lit home court environment. What'd you make of this game?
Yeah, both teams were desperate, man. Both teams needed that game. Villanova didn't want to drop 3 in a row. K-State had already dropped 2, but they just looked like shit at home all week with these back-to-back overtime wins against North Alabama and Oral Roberts. But Jerome Tang, better coach than Kyle Neptune. I didn't think Neptune was very good down the stretch. Out of timeouts, didn't execute well compared to Tang, who would draw stuff up and get things in his best players' hands. K-State, it's hard for me to pass on them as a short home dog every single day of the week.
Yeah. 72-71. That was a good one. Middle Tennessee, Missouri State was a good one too, as Middle Tennessee wins 77-73 in overtime. What'd you make of this one?
Which game did you say? You say Middle Tennessee?
Yeah, you were on the Blue Raiders, I believe.
I bet them, man. And they built up like a 10, 12 point lead in the first half. Missouri State battled back. My whole thing was Middle Tennessee had lost 3 straight home games by like a combined 5 points. They were due to win one of these. So good win for the Blue Raiders. Glad to finally not be on the wrong side of one of these crazy games.
This is another one that I feel like I failed the chat with. Should have took Georgia -5. I felt good about it. I did pick it on on Tally site, but they won by 14. I just thought it was a great letdown spot for Georgia Tech. Upset that I didn't bet this. Like I said, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Your thoughts?
Yeah, we should have bet Georgia. I mean, they stormed the court. That's an auto play. But you know what? It was the rivalry. That's why we stayed away. Probably should have bet it. Oh well. At least we didn't lose on this.
Yeah. Shout out to Brian Sanders. I know he's a Georgia fan. Let's go Dogs. Beat the Nerds is what he's saying in the chat. My shitty night continued. Now, the only good thing here is I didn't put as much money as some of the other bets because I thought the line stunk. And it did, because La Tech did beat Stephen F. Austin and held to 49 points. Yep. I got nothing here. This line stunk. You'll see another line that stunk that I didn't bet, but once again, we were on top of the line stinking. I dove into the stink, like Patty C said, and I ate shit. What'd you make of this one?
The line reeked, man. It's sometimes these line reeks, and I think if you say one thing that we do better than anything is labeling games that make absolutely no sense. This made no sense. Stephen F. not laying a bigger number at home, they lose outright. So
yeah.
Good win
and there's another one in Utah that we'll talk about where the line reeked. I want to talk about this team here. We both lost money on this, and I sprinkled the money line too. Northern Illinois got drilled by Indiana State, and I was watching this game, and I go, I think Indiana State's a top 15 team, dude.
They're pretty fucking good. Now,
I think they're
wasn't
good,
Northern
man.
Illinois like up 10 in the first half too?
I think they were up a couple points. I don't know. Maybe it got up to 10 early, early, but they were definitely up like 4 or 5. I feel like at like the 5-minute mark first half, but
yeah,
Indiana State, dude, I just like this team. If you watch this team, I think they're really fucking legit. I think they're really legit. They got multiple guys and they're a fun watch. And we ate shit here.
Who you taking tomorrow? JMU or Indiana State? That'd be a hell of a fucking game.
You got to tell me where it's at.
Neutral. I think JMU barely.
They remind me of each other because they have multiple guys that can score, but
yeah,
JMU probably a little more athletic, but at the same time, like Indiana State's made great adjustments in some of those games. Like I feel like if you watch them, they shaky first half, adjustment second half. Wow, you know what I mean? I don't know that I could say the same. Yeah,
the Valley's so great. I know the chat's talked about the Valley. The Valley's going to be so much fucking fun. I know we've already had a couple of these games already. I mean, I guess Evansville might be in fade mode after tonight, but Evansville and Valpo are about the only teams that aren't very good. But other than that, man, they got 8-9 good teams, man.
Yeah,
and good home courts.
Yeah. So and by the way, shout out to the cover on UMKC. We didn't. Why did we not bet this?
I did.
You did?
I did last minute. I was like, man, Kansas is gonna fuck around in this game.
Kansas wins by 19, and yeah,
they go through the motions in these games, man.
Now comes where I thought I got a little bit of heat. I started to come back at this point, and that's because Mount St. Mary's covers for us against Ole Miss. Let's go. Oh, lose by 9 in Oxford. Ole Miss continues to win, though. Your thoughts?
Yeah, Ole Miss somehow, some way, 8-0. But I don't think they're that good. That's the other thing. But you know what? You know who they are, Colby? They're last year's Mississippi State team. They're going to be in that playing game. They're going to find a way to get there. I mean, they got UCF on Sunday. I kind of think UCF's going to beat them. I think UCF is
50-50 game for me. 50-50 game. Yeah.
It's at the bounce house or the bounce court.
I could totally see it. Totally see it. This is one we didn't bet. Thankfully, you talked me off this because we thought it smelled like shit. Utah Valley 70, Weber State 54. What the fuck?
I know.
How did Vegas know that? 16-point win against Weber?
It reeked, man. These home teams, man. They just pop up and pick teams off. You know, I screwed you on Sparty, but I at least talked you off this one. Tried to talk you off La Tech, but yeah. Fucking yeah. It's you got to be able to sniff out these Courtney lovers, man. This one reeked.
Yeah, it really did. It really did reek. We did cash in though. Like I said, my winning it started to pick back up. Syracuse 81, Cornell 70. We cash in there with the Orange Men. So my comeback started to happen here. And I want to give you some shout out for Buffalo only losing by 13 at Butler. You got that cover?
Yep.
I watched a little bit of that. Chapman for Buffalo. Hey, he's not bad.
I love my gross ones, man. 23 to lay with Butler is a lot of fucking points, man. Like that was my whole thing.
Yeah. And as Clark's saying, Butler was up 25. They were up 25 at one point.
Yeah, it's hard to hold a 25-point lead when you're Butler, though.
Yeah.
And it also got down to 5 with 2 minutes left.
Boise State took down North Texas. This game was a push for us. We didn't bet this, but it was a good game. You won a lock battle here, too. 2-0 on lock battles against Dundee here as Tulsa beats Loyola Chicago. Valentine's got to be fired. He's got to be fired. You can't lose this fucking game. You cannot lose this fucking game. The Golden Hurricane get it done for Moneyline. You can get better fucking coaches. Come on.
It's embarrassing. It's the job that he's done there. I mean, he took over a juggernaut.
Yeah, and that line did smell too. That line did smell a little bit too. Yeah.
And just a heads up, everybody. The lines tomorrow reek. I mean, there are some Courtney lovers in the building tomorrow.
Well, we were spot on here, and this is where, like I said, it started to make up a little bit here because Grand Canyon money line play 79-73 against San Diego State. Nobody, and I mean nobody. I don't care if you play in the national championship. You don't just walk into the University Arena in Phoenix, Arizona, and get the dub. This game was a fun watch. Watch this whole game. What'd you make of this one?
Couldn't bet against Grand Canyon, man. That was great. That place was on fire. I mean, we talked about it. I saw Rob and Hoops Peterson last night when I turned on VCU after our show, talking about how lit that place was going to be, man. Whew, man, they did not disappoint. That thing is like a mini Gonzaga.
Yeah. Yeah, that is. It really is. The place is awesome. They do college basketball right there. My money line play continued here. Southern Illinois, the Salukis 70, Oklahoma State 68. Boom! I was coming back a little bit. I was fighting. I was in the trenches. I was fighting. I had to sweat the fuck out of this game, though. I had to sweat the absolute fuck out of this game. What's up, Noah?
No, I'm just popping in because
this was the win. Yeah, that's right. Wait. So 1-2. Here I thought I was 0-2.
You guys got me on this.
Yeah. Dude, but we had to sweat. SIU getting a technical with under 15 seconds?
Yeah. I just, man, at some point I took a shot on Oklahoma State. Probably it was a bad pick looking at it, taking them going into Carbondale, but they had lost to them last year. And your back is at the absolute wall. You got to find a way to get that done, Oklahoma State. I know Carbondale was lit, but you lose to everybody. So Mike Boyden, man, unfortunately, dead man walking.
Yeah. And,
great win Salukis, though.
Dude, whenever you play at those Valley teams, didn't Carolina go to Northern Iowa and get drilled?
Yeah,
a couple years back.
Ago. That was great. This is great.
You go on the road to those Valley teams. All right, let's get this out of the way. Evansville lost by 41.
Wrong one, Noah. You're up next.
I felt great about this play. I had watched multiple Evansville games this year. The Purple Aces, I thought, legit team. But the Super Soaker should be feared because, and maybe this BYU team is just really legit. We got 25 points here. They lose by 41. I got nothing. Like I watched Evansville multiple times this year. I think they're a quality team. I got nothing. I stand by my bet. I don't know what happened.
So this is where I come in, and I bet Evansville. I thought BYU's covered every game by 10. I'm like, all right, they're gonna be a little bit of a lookout with Utah on deck. This is when I tout the Big 12. How good is the fucking Big 12? I mean, they were already the best league. They had Houston, who's basically number one in America almost. They had a BYU who's undefeated. Cincinnati's undefeated. Yeah, UCF's not very good. Next year they get Arizona. Utah is going to be an NCAA tournament. My God. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I want to see BYU on the road, though. That's the one thing.
I do too. It's Saturday I gotta see. Utah.
But to me, like even Kansas when they go into Provo, beware. That place is Gonzaga's always had trouble there.
Yes,
I know Kansas is a better program.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I know Kansas is better than a better program than Gonzaga, but I just think that place is a very hard place to win a basketball game. And I knew that coming into it. I just thought 25 points. I was like, they could call off the dogs a little bit. You know, I don't know. That was a horrible pick. You guys are the best. I'm the worst. And
shout out to the Big 12. Subscribe.
Shout out to the Big 12. Subscribe to the Big 12 college experience. But I bounce back. We bounce back because the UConn Huskies win by 11 at Madison Square Garden against the Tar Heels. Let's go. I think we gave this away as your favorite play of the night, didn't we?
Yeah. Home game.
Yeah. Dominant, especially the second half, I would say. Yeah. But I thought that's kind of exactly how I thought the game would go. What do you make of this?
Dude, they're good, man. I mean, the way that Hurley's built up that culture there. This is their third game at the Garden. I don't know how they got that basically scheduled out. That was brilliant because they know how much their fan base travels to the Garden. It's basically stored south. They traveled. They were ready to go. Bounce back off the Kansas loss. UConn's as good as anybody. Final Four potential once again.
We continue. Like I said, I got hot at this point because Southern Utah almost won outright against the Utes. We took the T-Birds. They only lose by 2 against Utah. So I was battling back, man. I felt good. But I'm seeing the chat talk about stuff. So back to my losing ways in a second here. But what'd you make of the T-Birds hanging with the Utes?
Yeah, this was definitely a look ahead spot. So one of the 2 Utah schools looked ahead. That was the Utes, not BYU. So 1 for 2 on the look ahead to the Holy War. I hope that what the chat's talking about is not actually true.
Shout out to Tommy B though for giving us $5. Tough night, but appreciate you guys and all the time you put in this. Hey man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. That helps out. It helps out SGPN. And we are grateful, man. My night was pretty shitty because also Pine Bluff. I put an APB out on Pine Bluff. What were we getting? 34.5.
Never had a shot.
They
It
lose
was
by
the
40,
Gonzaga Pac-12
right?
sandwich
Yeah.
spot. Hey, it's been profitable this year. It's gonna eat some shit every now and then. Tonight it ate big shit. So Pine Bluff, not good.
And Noah, what'd you make of this one?
Yeah, the peanut butter and jelly sandwich just got old. It was just one of those bad ones in the box, or whatever.
Terrible.
I don't know.
Fuck.
Just old.
Yeah. No, the jelly like seeps through the.
Yeah. Did he just lag out?
It's in there. It's all about portions. It's all about the fucking portions. You got to get half peanut butter, half jelly, and half bread. And once that jelly sets that war on that fucking bread, you're just biting into jelly. You're like, what the fuck am I doing? I might just take a spoonful of the fucking jelly jar. You know what I mean? That's what happened. That's what fucking happened. Mac, I know we didn't bet this game, but let's never pick Pacific ever again. The ocean is bad. All right, look, fucking Hollywood's been warning us that the oceans are being fucking trashed. All right,
How did this be 30?
That unbelievable. They've been warning us. DiCaprio did a fucking documentary about it. Global warming and the oceans are fucking terrible. All right, but maybe he needs to do a documentary on the Pacific Ocean, aka the Pacific Tigers, and how fucking bad they suck. All right, what'd you make of this one?
Glad I didn't bet it. I almost bet fucking Pacific. Thank God I stayed off this game. Jesus Christ, you guys suck.
30-point loss to Idaho. Fire your coach.
Fuck?
Like, to me, those are ones you're like, you gotta sit down with the athletic director. What exactly happened here, coach? Well, we didn't come out to play. You can't lose to Idaho by 30. If you want to be paid, checks should bounce. If you lose to 30, yeah. And Noah,
yeah, get Noah back in here. He talked.
Do you guys remember that I was on Indiana?
Yep.
And you fucking losers. Both Michigan schools. You guys talked me into taking these Michigan mitten parlay bullshit.
I hate this state.
I didn't bet Michigan State. Don't blame that on me.
Indiana 78, Michigan 75. Fuck's going on here, man? I'm throwing money. Look, next time just tell me. Make a donation to the fucking, I don't know, fucking National Park Service or some shit, all right? All right? What am I doing here? Just throwing money out there. Just pissing money out there. Noah, what happened?
They collapsed in the final 5 minutes. They just don't know how to operate like under pressure in crunch time. Quite literally, like just they're young, and we don't. I guess want Doug McDaniel to be like the number one guy. I don't know if he's ready for that consistently because he was a no-show in the first half. I mean, granted, Namari Burnett, who I was all over everything today, was a no-show the entire game. Really ugly game. It's just slow, a lot of whistles, and I guess that's just how Indiana wants to play, especially when they don't have their starting point guard. It was an ugly game to watch, and I don't know what's going on with the coaching staff right now, Michigan-wise. I'm speaking on this part right now. because Juwan Howard's the acting assistant head coach right now, and Phil Martelli is the acting head coach. Whoever is in charge of...
Say that again, I'm sorry. Say that again.
Juwan Howard, his title is head coach, but he's the acting assistant coach.
Hold on.
Make any sense?
The fuck is that? The fuck is that?
Anyway, continue. Yeah.
Whoever is in charge of the late game management for this team, we had 3 timeouts with 2 minutes left. We used 2 timeouts in the final 2 seconds.
The fuck is that?
On a 1-and-1 on the first shot to, hey, this is what we're going to do if the guy misses. And then we take another timeout after the shot goes down for our inbound play, which doesn't even get inbounded because Khalil Ware at the baseline jumps up and his vertical is like 12 feet high. So it was never had a chance. It's just super frustrating because we didn't choose to foul late in game. And that's one reason. I mean, Doug, again, we need a closer. I hope it's Doug, but he misses 2 free throws and we lose by 3 in the final minute. They just fall apart in crunch time. So I don't know, man. I was not impressed by either team tonight. I thought it was just a very bad basketball game all the way around. But yeah, it's just bizarre. Will Shetter coming off the bench dropped like 17 points tonight. Good game from him. He was somehow the best player on the floor for both teams. Kind of just dominated whenever he was on the floor, whenever he got a chance. But other than that, man, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Go down. They're saying go to the basement and cheer up. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how many Indiana fans we had.
Yeah. Hey, and Featherhat.
Well, just because I pissed on a hornet's nest the entire season.
Hey, Featherhat. Listen, recap faster. Michigan sucks. End of the recap. That's funny, but at the same time, no, we like to do this shit. All right.
Yeah, Colby likes to just poke.
Yeah.
Poke.
Yeah. I like sports misery. All right.
Yes.
So look, with all due respect, go fuck yourself. All right. Let's go. Next
I think
up.
A lot of people are honestly enjoying this too. The chat's very they're very engaged right now. And
he says he's kidding. Hey, we appreciate you. We love you, buddy. All right.
I will say, if I ever give out a freaking Michigan parlay ever again, remember last year I did this. I gave out Sparty, Michigan, Detroit, and Michigan Oakland. Parlay. I was running for governor. It went 0 for 4, just like Governor Whitmer. So I'm just as good as a fucking office over there in politics. So yeah, 0 for.
Yeah, we can joke, Featherhead. Trust me, I've never blocked anybody ever. Look, you guys suck. All right, I'll put it like that. You guys talked me into both those bets. I know you had a winning night, but this is the way I'm thinking about you guys.
I can't talk to this son of a bitch. I can't talk to that son of a bitch. I really can't. I can't.
From a situational spot, they both were in great spots. They both are not good right now. That's the reality. I mean, Michigan had lost 4 to 5. How do you not get ready to drill Indiana at home, who's not very good? And Michigan State.
I think Noah's onto something though. Who the fuck's your head coach? What the fuck is going on here?
John
Beeline?
They were good without
You know what it is? They saw the Sharon Moore, how many different football coaches they used this year?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
They're
like,
that too.
Hey, we can do that with basketball. Fuck it. Juwan's got a heart problem. Yeah, no problem.
There's a difference. You got one team that's the best team in the fucking country, and they have been for the last 3 years. And then the Michigan basketball team, they missed the tournament last year. I wasn't going to jump in and talk shit on Michigan State, but you wanted to mention Michigan State during the Michigan portion of the show.
Yeah, that's fair.
What's Tom Izzo doing starting 2 centers at the beginning of the game?
100%.
The fuck is that?
Because Kroll in the first minute of the game drains 2 threes, and you don't have guys that can guard him. That was just so fucking stupid. You got 2 guys in the paint, and their center is a stretch 5 who shot 33% from 3 last season, and he came into the game shooting 3 for 5. You have to respect it. He hits 2 in the beginning of the game. They were never trailing. Wisconsin ran out 9-2 beginning of the game and then never trailed because of that. In my opinion.
Yeah. No, they fucked them up. Keith, if you could find me that on YouTube, send me that, and I agree. That's a great shit. And The Wire, folks. Obviously, if you haven't seen The Wire, get the fuck. What the fuck you doing with your life? Anyway, let's continue talking about my sports misery. Because Cleveland State somehow covered, and I loaded up on St. Mary's. Perfect night for me tonight.
You're up fucking 22 when we came on this show. What happened, Chad?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to when I wake up in the morning and I see all the DMs. That's one of my favorite things when I have a losing night. You couldn't pick a fucking game right, you fucking loser. No, but it does suck. I mean, these are real bets that I'm doing. So I mean. Yeah. It's
like, I hope you hit a freaking nail in the road too and get a flat tire, dick. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I enjoy the hate. Look, if you can handle the rise, you have to make sure you can handle the fall. All right. Words of wisdom from Dundee. When I write my book. All right. Let's go. Kent State. We should have bet on Kent State. They drilled South Dakota State there. 82-73. Nice win there. Yeah, I was on Kent State. I didn't think that would be that big of a. I thought it would be a closer game. But currently, Fresno's up 12 on Idaho State. I didn't bet that, but I took Fresno, and I did bet Montana State plus 19.5. They're down 15. So maybe we got to sweat that one a little bit. That's probably not going to hit. Knowing how my night's going, let's go. Game balls, dude. Top game ball. What are you doing?
Big 12. Let's go K-State, man. They needed that game. Good win over Villanova. Grind that thing out. Boom. Big 12 over the Big East in the challenge. Just like that. Best league in America.
Yeah. And I mean, that was a huge win. It was a huge win. Huge. I'm going to say the Illini.
Yeah.
Shoot like that, man. Go to New York. You go to New York City and shoot like that. Hell. Take my hat. I'll tip my hat to you. There you go. All right. Because I was left saying, pretty much. The fuck is that? Anyway. Second game ball. What are you doing?
Let's go with the Blue Hens, man. I don't know what's wrong with Xavier. They're broken this year, but Delaware goes into the Cincy Center, gets a big win. Delaware game ball.
Yeah, that's a big time win. Double-digit dog. You go on the road. There you go. Go chug some Skyline chili and vomit. All right, let's go. Wisconsin against Michigan Michigan State, I should say, is my second game ball. I can't fucking talk. I'm drinking over here. I'm upset. Don't fucking start with me. Give me the Badgers though as my second game ball, as I donated money to their funds there. So Noah, what's up?
Can I give it a game ball here?
Yeah, you sure can, buddy.
Because I feel like I talked a lot of shit on this team. I gotta tip my hat to you go out and you win on the road. Indiana State winning by 23 against Northern Illinois. Get this who's a shit out of here. Indiana State, great win for the Sycamores. They destroyed Northern Illinois.
Noah, give out another because that means we each gave out two, right?
Come on, you want to do it.
Did you guys get UConn a win or a game ball? They destroyed North Carolina in the Garden too. Great win.
There you go. UConn, second game ball. Folks, if you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, it's the College Basketball Experience, and we are brought to you by Bet Rivers. Yes, Bet Rivers is available in over 14 states, plus good old Ontario, Canada. And Bet Rivers has some of the best live betting markets in the space. Their betting menu is second to none, including a ton of props. So what are you doing, folks? Sign up with our link to get a risk-free bet up to $500. Just go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/BetRivers. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/BetRivers. Probably gambling. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, we are back on the College Basketball Experience. You ready to give out some winners? I'm afraid to bet anything right now.
Oh yeah,
we got an 8 a.m. Pacific game. Yeah, 8 a.m. Pacific game, and look, for me and Noah, I got a feeling.
I think tide turning, see, as I remember, I was raised in the desert, but tides kind of it's easy to see a tide turn. Did I say those words?
And for me and Noah, we also say this.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
That was once our president. America, what a fucking phenomenal job we've done. South Alabama's at Mercer. Mercer is laying 2.5. You know we have to bet this.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy. So Mercer's 2-5. South Alabama's 4-5. Mercer's the favorite. Make it make sense. I'm on the Mercer Bears. Lock it up. The stink. The fucking stink is out there. Courtney Love is in the building with her legs spread wide open at center court. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of look at Mercer. I think they're actually the better team. They haven't played a home game since opening night against Clark Atlanta, which they lost. But anyway, that doesn't matter. What do we talk about with these early games? It feels like it's elementary day. So bring in the little kids, cheer on the Bears. I'll lock it up. Let's go Mercer.
Let's
have a little,
fucking go.
A little morning mimosa, baby.
This is your storyline for this game already. Matt kind of touched on it where Mercer lost to Clark Atlanta, and then South Alabama, their opening game, they lost to NAIA Mobile. So both of these teams just have ugly losses right now.
Yeah. Next up, Rutgers at Wake Forest. Now we did get news for some random reason that Efton Reed, who's been at, check us out. He was a freshman, I believe, in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
He was at LSU in 21. He was at Gonzaga in 22. He's at Wake in 2023. He gets the waiver. What? There's no way he's graduated college yet. Fuck's going on here? How the fuck is he getting a waiver?
Who knows who? Who's banging who?
Yeah. So stupid. So
Fucking
stupid.
dumb
Anyway,
as hell.
That's gonna help. That's gonna help Wake Forest. Give me Wake Forest minus 3.5 against Rutgers. Rutgers on the road's a different team.
Yeah, this line coming up a little bit? I kind of like Rutgers with the points. I feel like this is a close game. So, but I don't have a big feel in this.
Moving along, UMBC is laying 2.5 at Morgan State. Give me Morgan State, I guess. I don't know. I ate shit with Morgan State. Bad. No. This is an in-state battle. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
This line reeks. Why are they only laying 2.5? They just got drilled by Coppin State as well. Let's go. First Reeky one of the day. Lock up Morgan State. They're going to win outright.
All right. Let's go.
It hurts.
Let's go. Morgan State. I said, I think like less than 72 hours ago, I said, I'd never bet you again. 1-800 Gambler. 1-800 Gambler, folks. Yeah. Stonehill is taking on Stony.
By the way, I have to jump in here. I missed one of my bets already. Wake Forest, I like minus 3.5. Rutgers' first road game of the season, and you mentioned it, Efton Reed. He's coming back, so that's a little bit of an emotional get up spot. I like this. They're only laying 3.5. Rutgers can't score away from the rack. I mean, it's just that simple. The guard play from Wake Forest is outstanding. You really only have to worry about Big O down low. I like the Deeks a lot.
Do you think we should lock up Wake, Mac?
No, I was torn. I took Rutgers in the points. I'm out on this one. I have no feel on Rutgers.
Rutgers on the road has been fucking ass.
They're awful.
This
That's my only thing.
This is their first road game of the season. So
you make
but is Wake a true?
They beat Florida. They crushed Florida at home.
I know. That's why I don't like them the next game.
I don't think there's a letdown for Rutgers compared to.
I'm rooting for you, Noah. I'm out on this one. I'm not betting it.
Thank you.
Give me a Wake. I'm not going to lock it. Moving forward.
You bet every game.
You almost did last night, you crazy fuck. Anyway, Stonehill's getting 10.5 at Stony Brook. Oh boy.
I'm torn on this one, man.
I mean, lay it.
This is a lot of points for Stony Brook to be laying. They're 2-5, but you know what? You look at it, they just lost by 1 to Wagner, hung in with Yale. I'll lay it. I'll lay it. I think it's telling us to lay it.
Loyola Maryland is heading to LaSalle, taking on Fran Dumfrey and company, and they are catching 10.5. Give me the points. Whoa. I can be talked into a lock here.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock up Loyola Maryland. You look at it, that LaSalle really they struggle to blow teams out under Fran Dumfrey. I like Loyola Maryland. They keep it close against most teams. Let's go. Almost won at Missouri.
Lock it up, folks. Let's go. Not that far from one another either. Vermont is laying 1.5 at Northeastern.
Courtney, holy Toledo.
Do you smell Courtney here? Because, whew.
Has Vermont played a true road game? They lost at Bradley.
They were in South Carolina at that tournament in Conway.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, how many people are going to be at this Northeastern game? It's the fucking holidays. I feel like in January they might pack it better than. Give me Vermont. I'm not betting it though. This line does stink.
Totally stinks. Northeastern for me. I'm not going to lock it though.
Brown is catching 4.5 at Rhode Island. Once again, the smell is strong.
Brown guys.
I mean, you're taking Brown here. I can't take this Brown team. Give me Rhode Island minus 4.5, but I'm not betting it because this line should be like 9 or 8 or something. What do you make of this line?
You look at it, Rhode Island 5-3, Brown is 2-8, and they're only catching 4.5. I'm gonna die on this hill. I am locking up the Brown guy Bears. Let's go.
You guys are better than me. I'm not doing it.
Outright.
Not doing it. Florida A&M is getting 8.5 against Presbyterian. Presbyterian answered the call last time. We thought the line smelled. It did smell, but they went into VMI and won and covered. Now winless Florida A&M heads to beautiful Clinton, South Carolina. Give me Presbyterian.
I kind of like FAMU here, man. FAMU is actually quiet. This one does reek, though. Why is it not 10? They're 0-5. I'm not locking it, but I'll take FAMU.
And I could be talked into betting that one. I think FAMU sucks. I don't know. Check the pick page on that one. Next up, we are going to Jacksonville at UCF. Do I not see a line on this game? Where the fuck is this line? See this line anywhere? Yeah, I got it. 14.5. UCF laying 14.5. I'm locking up Jacksonville. They're covering this. I know they drilled me. Pitt drilled them. This is little brother against big brother. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
I will be rooting for you, but I don't think Jacksonville's very good. I know somehow they're 6-2. They've actually been playing better ball, but I feel like they're due to get drilled. I'll stay out of this one. I'll lay with UCF.
Oh, what do we got going on? A little trip. A little fucking trip down to see the family. A little trip to see the fucking family. Let me tell you something about the fucking Long Island Sharks. This ain't a road game down there to Miami Beach to take on the fucking hurricane. Let me tell you something. You think a shark's ever been fucking afraid of a hurricane? These hurricanes happen all over the fucking ocean. And the sharks are swimming biting shit underneath the fucking the hurricanes. They're never afraid of these fucking hurricanes. They all name these things Katrina, all this bullshit. The hurricanes, they can name whatever they want, but they ain't gonna fucking cover against the fucking Long Island Sharks. I'll tell you that right now, folks. Give me the Sharks plus 27.5. And I feel like, and I really feel like, we should lock up the fucking Sharks, because if there's one thing I know, they're going to have the crowd. They're going to have the fucking crowd. I'll tell you that right now. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll join you. I think we should lock it. Fuck Miami. You know, Miami, they're coming off Notre Dame. They got Colorado on deck. They're not thinking about the Sharks. The Sharks are going to lose by 18. Lock it up.
Rod Strickland, he's been down there to the fucking beaches, all right? I heard a story once at a fucking bar on the Lower East Side. That fucking Rod Strickland bagged like over 10 broads down there in fucking South Beach. All right, so let's go. Fucking Sharks. What's up?
Does it worry us a little bit that LIU's been in Miami and now in actually they've been in Miami the whole time. They played FIU on Saturday. They stayed down there for 4 days.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be ready.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to lose money here, but this is a system play. All right, this is like ECU. This is like ECU. The fucking Sharks are going to hit. They're going to fucking hit.
Please have like the lead at the 10-minute mark of the first half. Just tickle us a little bit.
Yeah. Daniel Beverly in the fucking chat saying, take the Sharks on the fucking money line. All right, look, I've been down there. Miami's got no fucking fans. They're all fucking European. Miami's like going to fucking Europe. You know what I mean? They got fucking Europeans on the 1s and 2s doing all this crazy rave shit. The fucking Sharks are going to come down there and they're going to mean it. They're going to fucking mean it. I don't care how many times you put Ronnie Cycli in the DJ booth. They're going to get that fucking win with the cover. Not that outright win. Anyway, let's continue. Campbell is taking on Davidson. Interesting. The Campbells are getting 13.5. I'll take the points. And no, I'm not going to lock it, but give me the points.
I'm with you. You can't lock these two teams. Like Davidson, can't lay that many points with them and be confident. So I'm with you.
Next up. Actually, wait. Before we get to the next one, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog Fantasy is a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long. They got NFL. They got NBA. They got NHL. They got college football. And they got college hoops, baby. So what are you doing? Simply pick higher or lower in your favorite players' fantasy stats and cash in, people. I can't recommend this product enough, folks. And that's why we got Noah writing an article. He's covering this shit heavy. We were on Ivan Drago over points tonight. That fucking hit. And anyway, what are you thinking tonight, Noah?
So yeah, that one hit today, and then Namari Burnett, who I gave out on the show yesterday, did not hit. Today, this was tough because like I was handicapping this earlier before the show, and there was a bunch of games out. However, a couple of the angles I like to correlate the underdog pick 'em with the bets that I'm playing on during the day. So for some reason, a couple of the games were out on underdog. However, the other team that I wanted to bet on was not out yet. So I wrote down some names. I like Hunter Salas's plays, or like I'm looking to target Hunter Salas of Wake Forest, PJ Hall of Clemson, Mike Mitchell of Minnesota, and Jameer Young of Maryland. Those are the 4 guys that I wrote down. They're starting to trickle out right now as I'm checking it. I can see PJ Hall and Hunter Salas. I was just looking at Hunter Salas. Colby. Hunter Salas for Wake Forest is their leading scorer, and he's made higher than 1.5 3-pointers in all 7 of Wake Forest's games so far this season. That's 7-0. And then also the higher than 15.5 points is 5-2. I've looked at the matchup, and I think this is a player that I want to target. The 3-pointers, though, they're not as, you don't get as much volume because he's only taking about 4 to 7 3-pointers a game. Whereas the 15.5 points, you're getting his free throws, you're getting his total field goals attempted, which is around 14 or 15. Do you want to go with the 7-0 prop or the 5-2?
Let's go with the 7-0 one.
All right, so higher than 1.5 3-pointers made for Hunter Salas on Wake Forest. And the other one that I picked out specifically for the show, because I wasn't able to handicap the other guys because they weren't available yet. DePaul's Deshaun Nelson. I have him higher than 2 turnovers. They're playing Texas A&M today. Look, like I told you about all the guys that I wanted to target. There were no player projections out yet for them, so I had to turn on this one. Deshaun Nelson had 4 turnovers against Iowa State and 5 against San Francisco. All you need is 2 turnovers against the Buzz Williams defense. I mean,
yeah.
I think this is one of the best defenses that DePaul's played all season. This one seems like a smash spot to me. So those are the 2 picks for the show. Read the article, sportsgamblingpodcast.com. There are probably going to be 2 other different picks besides that Deshaun Nelson one, but I thought that Deshaun Nelson was a good look. So higher than 2.5, higher than 2 turnovers for Deshaun Nelson.
Folks, that's why this Underdog Fantasy is awesome. It really is fucking awesome. Like, I'm not just saying that because they're paying us. Like, I really buy into it. I'm giving you, we're in the circle of trust. They're fucking phenomenal. Like, you can't find that elsewhere. So what are you doing? Watch along, make picks, and make some extra cash over on Underdog's mobile app or website. When you sign up with the promo code TCESGPN. Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. That's Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. And when you sign up, if you sign up, which I think you should, take a screenshot of that or whatever. You know, show me that you signed up for it. Find me on Twitter at DColbyD or at TCESGPN or wait a second, at TCE on SGPN on Twitter. Show me that you did that. We're going to enter you in a college football playoff rigged, basically a rigged raffle where you're going to be Alabama, where you just get in. You're going to get a free sweatshirt. You know what I mean? You don't deserve it, but you're going to get it. All right. So, yeah, do that. All right. Anyway, moving forward, fucking Sacred Hot is taking on St. John's. St. John's laying 21.5.
It's kind of a big number, man.
Yeah. Give me the points. They're going to be asleep at the wheel a little bit on this one.
Yeah, I mean, they're coming off the Morgantown trip. I'll take the points.
Next up, we're going to a classic one in Detroit. Ball State's laying 1.5 against Detroit. This line fucking reeks. Give me Ball State, but I'm not betting this thing. What are you doing here?
Oh god, this line reeks to high heaven. Give me Detroit, lock it up. This is the one. This is the one. Win number 1.
Lock it up, Detroit. And for any folks that came along for me for a hard ticket to Hawaii, which is a movie everyone should watch. Now this one doesn't have the tits and ass of that, but for a fun watch, check out Detroit 9000. Thank me later. Old Dominion.
Win number 1, baby.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't do it. Old Dominion is laying 2.5 at William and Mary. What? What?
Oh, here we go. Courtney is back.
No. Fuck that. I'm locking up Old Dominion. -2.5 at William and Mary. William and Mary sucks. They fucking suck. They've never been good at athletics. Give me Jeff Jones. -2.5. Dive into the stink. What are you doing here?
ODU's bad on the road, man.
This isn't really the road, though. It'll be half. Listen, dude, when William and Mary hasn't had sports fans ever.
Give me the Tribe. Let's have a lock battle. In the Commonwealth.
Let's fucking go. Pick Dundee riding with the Monarchs. Mac rolling with the Tribe. Duquesne is laying 4.5 at Marshall. Man, the stink is everywhere here. This is like fucking traveling through New Jersey. The stink is just everywhere. Or Tijuana or some shit. I'm laying no. Give me Marshall plus the 4.5. What are you doing here?
This is actually fringe lock. These two teams have played in the past as well. Marshall beat them by 11 at Duquesne last year. Noah, what do you think here, man? Yeah, you've watched more Duquesne. I like Marshall here. I like Marshall coming back home here, bounce back after 3 losses. What about you?
I'm only jumping in here because you called me. Like, I don't feel strongly each side. I like Duquesne, but it's just a hint, a taste of the Pittsburgh West Virginia rivalry day. You know?
Oh, I'm locking up Marshall. Good point. Yeah, fuck Duquesne. Let's go.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, just because of the okay.
Oh yeah, good. Marshall
Duquesne,
outright.
yeah.
Marshall outright. You're right.
Moneyline Mac, not me. Moneyline Mac is locking up Marshall on the money line. New Hampshire is laying 1.5 at fucking Dartmouth. What the fuck is happening here? I will take fucking Dartmouth, but I am not betting this.
I am. I think Dartmouth's going to drill him. This line reeks, man.
I'm not betting that though. Moneyline Mac locking up fucking Dartmouth. Hey, I love the Garden State. I'm just telling you from my own personal experiences. Might have taken a few Greyhounds from Washington D.C. to New York City in my life. When I say a few, probably a few hundred. And there's always a spot where you just catch a large portion of ass smelling in New Jersey. All right. I don't know if you got some type of factory. I don't know what it is, but there's an area on that bus route that just smells like complete fucking ass. All right. Call it a spade here. All right.
And that's a 1-5 team coming back home almost after a month, catching that short a number against a 6-3 team. You know where to go. Let's go Dartmouth.
Fucking Rob Donaldson. Shout out to Rob Donaldson throwing us $20. We're 100% getting the RGV with these lines.
They might be in my plays here soon. Don't worry.
American is catching 14.5 at St. Joe's. Now this one, shout out to Rob. That was very nice of him. This one, it's tricky because I kind of want to lock up American plus 14.5.
Yes.
I say we do it.
I say we do it, man. American's been feisty. I mean, I know they lost to St. Francis by 2, but
I was on St. Francis that game. Yeah.
They hung it with Harvard. They hung it with Georgetown. I mean, 15 points. Get out of here. American.
Let's go.
They're live.
Load up.
The money line.
Travis Lexington Steele, head coach of Miami, Ohio, is traveling to Columbus to take on the Buckeyes. Ohio State's laying 23. Lay it. What are you doing here?
Yeah, you love the little brothers too, so that tells you. Yeah, I kind of like the Buckeyes here too. Miami, Ohio's ass.
Yeah, UMass and Frank Martin, Mac's old employer, laying 2.5 on the road at Towson. What are you doing here, buddy?
This was a close game last year. I'm torn on this one. I kind of feel like it's a good spot for Towson, but I like Frank's team. So this has got Courtney Love written all over it. Give me Frank, but I'm not betting on Frank tomorrow.
I'm gonna ride with you with Frank on this one. I think they're the better team.
Kind of reeks there too, man.
It does. No, that definitely reeks. The stink is
everywhere.
Yeah. I think I even have a sound drop for that. Somewhere out there.
What's that smell? You stink.
There we go. Bryant is laying 8.5 at Siena. Don't overthink it. I am locking up Bryant minus 8.5. Fade Siena. Fade Siena. Fade Siena. What are you doing here?
I'm staying away. This line reeks too, man. But I'll lay it. Siena's god awful.
Bob Morris is catching 5.5 at Canisius. Canisius just got upset the other night, right? Didn't they lose to St. Peter's?
Yes.
Kind of love this spot for Canisius to. Should we lock up Canisius here?
I mean, I can't really lock up Canisius, man. I kind of like Bob Morris.
All right, I won't lock it, but I'm taking Canisius. What are you doing here?
Yeah. Bob. Give me Bob.
Hofstra is laying 2.5 at Iona. I'll lay the 2.5. What are you doing here? This line reeks too. All of these lines fucking reek. Yeah. I'll lay the 2.5.
Give me Iona. This line reeks.
Maryland Eastern Shore is taking on NC State. By the way, did you guys know who the head of the committee was for the college football playoffs? His name is Boo Corrigan, and he's the current athletic director of NC State. I tried to warn you about just their institution and their just failures at everything in life. Exhibit A, Boo Corrigan. NC State's laying 25 points. Give me Eastern Shore in the points here. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, they looked all right against ECU the other night. Give me the points. Fuck NC State. I'm with you. I don't like NC State either.
Yeah, they're little fucking bastards. Moving along. Toledo is catching 1.5 at Oakland. Huh. I'm seeing a pick out there too. So this has come down at some places.
This is a hell of a game.
It is. Give me Oakland to win this. Give me Oakland to win this. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to watching this game.
Penn State's catching 6.5 at Maryland. I can be talked into locking up Maryland here. What are you doing here?
I will push you into locking Maryland. I like Maryland. Bounce back. Noah seems to be a triple lock. This seems like a buy low spot on Maryland, man.
Yeah, so Penn State's first road game of the season, they've lost 4 straight games, all Texas A&M, Butler, VCU. Then they lost to Bucknell by 11. You're talking about their first road game against Maryland, who can't play on the road, but when they're playing at home, they've taken care of business so far. They haven't played a high major at home, but I like a bounce back spot here for the Terps.
Can I add in some more stuff here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tomorrow is my mother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. I love you, Mom.
Autoplay.
I love you, Mother. And my mom is a Maryland Terrapin graduate. Let's fucking go. Give me the Terps.
Wrong song. Let's go.
That's right. I'm sorry.
We love you, Miss Dan.
Yeah, let's go.
Friends to eternity.
She had me at Gary Williams basketball camp when I was just a fucking probably a 7-year-old shit in my pants still. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. Where the hell am I? Where the hell am I on this song? It's somewhere out there in the universe. Friends through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin. Friends forever will be together. We're up top. And shout out to the NC State athletic department that tipped us $10. Look, you're still little bitches, but I appreciate you for this instant.
Trying to buy our friendship.
Yeah, trying to buy our friendship. You know, they made movies
just like
about
the
this.
Committee.
Yeah.
And going on the Toledo Oakland game, that's an absolutely fire game. I would be there tomorrow if I didn't have other plans. But I'm on Toledo there. I think that Oakland's still a little bit overpriced in the market, and Toledo, like a good Oakland team, is not the best team they've seen all season so far. So I think Toledo's battle tested. They'll be able to go on the road. I love Oakland, but it's not too daunting of a place to visit. So there's only about 400 seats in that building, and it's 200 full.
Dropping that knowledge. NJIT is at Fordham. Fordham's laying 17.5. I'll lay it.
A lot of points, man. Yeah, I'll take the points. I'm not betting this.
I'm laying it. I mean, I'm not betting it either. Maine is laying 2.5 at Boston. BU. I mean, give me Boston.
How is Maine laying points on the road? I mean, yeah. Boston hasn't played at home in forever. I'm locking Boston. They're going to win this game. Let's go.
I can't lock Boston, dude.
Let's
you know
go.
what I mean?
Boston Celtics, baby.
Yeah.
can't lay points of the game on the road.
Fucking 99 Boston Celtics with Rick Pitino fucking crying. Robert Parrish is not walking through that door. Larry Bird is not walking through that door. Kevin McHale is not walking through that door. And as soon as Boston understands that, we'll be better for it. Shout out to Moneyline Mac locking up Boston plus 2.5 Moneyline play. You're crazy. St. Bonaventure is taking on Niagara. Where the fuck is this line? You see a line out here on this?
Is it 8.5 still?
Why am I not seeing it on the board? There we go. 8.5. Bonnies are laying 8.5. Nope. Give me no, I'm not locking that. Give me the 8.5. I can be talked into that. Maybe. No. I don't think I'm gonna bet this. Give me the 8.5 though. What are you doing here?
I think we should lock it, dude. They're at home against the Bonnies, upstate New York. I think they're live. I think might win this game outright.
All right.
Let's go. Niagara outright. Money line.
Plus 310 on the money line, folks. I just get a little nervous with Niagara. Niagara's been a fucking roller coaster over the past couple of years.
They're gonna get up tomorrow.
Youngstown's catching 8.5 at Ohio.
This is a game.
Rob Donaldson says he has $1,200 on Niagara. That's why we're friends with Rob. If you guys are ever asking why, Rob is on brand with us. We love Rob. Give me Youngstown in the points. This is an in-state little brother angle. What are you doing here?
I like Youngstown too. Check the picks page. It may be a lock by tomorrow.
Memphis is laying 2.5 at VCU. Get the fuck out of here. I'm locking up Memphis minus 2.5. They should have beat Ole Miss. Their height is going to be a problem for VCU. The line does reek, but I'm still taking it. What are you doing here?
I'm taking VCU, but I'm not locking this. This line reeks, man. But it's at the Siegel Center. That place is going to be on fire. I don't trust Penny in a lit environment.
They're not going to lose 2 in a row like that to teams they shouldn't lose to. Wofford is catching 7.5 at Gardner Webb. Give me the points. A little South Carolina, North Carolina matchup. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I like G Webb here. I think there's a better program right now than Wofford.
They are.
But I mean, you do make a good point about it being regional, but I like Gardner Webb here.
Valpo is getting 3.5 against Central Michigan. This game's fucking complete ass. Hey Noah, please drive to this game. I'm sure you can get press passes. Just knock on the front door of Central Michigan. All right.
I kind of like Valpo here, guys.
All right.
I'll follow you. You know, well, I don't know if I should follow you. You told me about these Michigan plays last night. Give me Central Michigan.
I'm taking Valpo. Fuck the state of Michigan.
Fairfield is catching 17.5 at Yale.
Oh, come on.
We're locking this, right?
Yeah, can't lay 17 with Yale.
I agree. Give me the 17.5 and Fairfield. What is Fairfield again? What are they?
They're the Mustangs?
They're the Stags. I like that name. No, there's the stag, like a stag, like a fucking elk, right? Isn't that?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I don't know fucking animals. All right, let's be honest. What is a stag? It's like an elk, right? Can we do a quick hey Noah, can we do a quick research on what a stag is?
Yeah, while I'm looking that up, for some reason the chat still hasn't forgotten the name of the lodge that you tried to get me killed in the south side of Chicago.
Econo Lodge, man. I'm an awards member or rewards member, not an awards member. I've been fucking drinking. All right. I stayed in an Econo Lodge in Blacksburg, Virginia once.
A stag is a male deer, and now we got
look at me.
Now we got all of the hunting culture just screaming through the screen at us right now.
I like this, man. See, I knew male deer. It's sexist. How the fuck is that getting passed these days? You can't be a fucking. We can't be the colonials anymore, or the Crusaders. But we're giving props to a male deer. What the fuck's going on here? Syracuse is no longer the Orangemen, they say. What a stupid world we live in. We're all over Fairfield. Wagner, the fucking vacuum company's laying 6.5 against Coppin State. Oh God.
Do it.
Coppin plus the points. I think that's the play. Doesn't make any sense.
Yes. Lock it. They're going to win. It's at home again. They're on fire.
I'm not locking it. I'm not fucking locking Coppin.
I'm going back to the well. Get Wagner out of here. They can't lay 6 on the road.
Moneyline Mag locking up Coppin State. St. Louis is catching 15.5 at Drake.
Ooh.
I mean, give me the points. I don't like it, but I just think that line should be like 10 or 9 or something. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll take the points. They just lost by 40. They got to get up a little bit, right?
Yeah. Richmond is at Northern Iowa. Didn't we see this game in the tournament? Or no, that was Iowa. That was just actual Iowa, right? Yeah. Northern Iowa's laying 2.5. Should we bet Northern Iowa?
Yeah, this is the one. They've lost 5 out of 6. Richmond coming to them. White guys versus white guys. Let's go.
Let's lock up the Panthers minus 2.5. Let's go. Milwaukee is catching 5.5 at St. Thomas. Fuck out of here. Give me the Tommies minus 5.5. Lock it up. Nobody goes into the Shoenecker and gets a dub. What are you doing here?
Well, I mean, what's the last time the Tommies played a home game? They haven't played a home game in forever. Since the first week. Yeah, assisted play. Let's go, Tommy.
Lock this shit up, folks. I love you, but my Tommy gun don't. All right, let's go. South Carolina, Clemson. Do we have a line on this? Why am I not seeing a line? Where the fuck are you?
I'll take care of it for you. Minus 8.5. Go ahead and lock it up before it gets to 9. I love Clemson. They're my cash cow. They have been all year. PJ Hall, one of the best offensive 5-man in the country, going against BJ Mack, who I've followed basically his entire career. He's rough defensively. I love him. He's got a great offensive game, but he cannot defend the lane for his life. PJ Hall is going to eat all day. Give me Clemson. Lock it up. Minus 8.5. My favorite.
Noah Bieniek. Lock it up. Clemson minus 8.5. Shout out to Danny Dumbshit giving us $10 here. 10 points. I'm in gambling mode. Giving us 10 points. Hey Noah, you want to see a dead body? Let's go, motherfucker. Lamont Paris, my guy, is covering this. This is a rivalry game. Always take the points in a rivalry game. What are you doing
Creighton
here, Mac?
just shit on Nebraska. So
well, Nebraska hasn't played basketball ever. They haven't had a program ever.
Yeah, remember Nebraska's fraud 7-0 record. South Carolina, what are they entering with? Oh, a fraud 7-0 record.
I see you're still a skeptic. I see you're still a skeptic of my Gamecocks.
Notre Dame, Virginia Tech.
I've been in this game. I'll take the points, but I'm not going to lock. I think Clemson is a way better team, but it's a rivalry.
Yeah. Let's go. UT Rio Grande.
My guys.
They're catching 4.5 against Corpus Christi.
Oh, they're going to win this fucking game.
Is this the one, Rob? I think we got it, right? Moneyline.
Oh, dude. Yeah, they're going to win it outright. They've been playing their asses off. Cover it, baby. They're outright.
The Mexicans, they love a good piñata. Let's go.
Go Mexico.
There we go. Texas
Bring
is
your
catching
cervezas.
Yes. Texas is catching 7.5 at Marquette.
Ooh. They're about to get fucked up, aren't they?
I'm laying the 7.5, man. What are you doing here?
This is a lock. Marquette's going to win by 15. Shaka revenge game. They fired him.
Yeah.
They're not fired, but they pushed him out.
Yeah.
They're off a loss. Oh, yeah.
Chad G says, "Here's $5 for Noah's next stay at the Econo Lodge." May I, Noah? How far are you from Milwaukee?
From Milwaukee, 6.5 hours, 7 hours.
Look,
and you have to drive around Lake Michigan, unfortunately.
Yeah, look, it's all scenic and shit. You can see all the beautiful fucking Lake Michigan. All right, get out there to that Marquette game. All right, we got $5 for you for an Econo Lodge stay.
Colby, I've got other plans for.
I will fucking buy you. I will buy you 3 Bloody Marys and some fucking cheese curds if you go. Also, I'll donate to that.
That's very enticing. I'll take you up on the bet.
Plans tomorrow night.
I'll take you up on the bet.
Where's the LeBaron going tomorrow night? What's these plans you're talking about?
The LeBaron's got a little bit of a drive tomorrow, but we'll get there. Like,
where are you?
Marquette, lay the points. It's Shaka's first time that he's getting to be able to play Texas. I think they run it up. They're coming off the bad loss to Wisconsin. Shaka probably ran him or something. He did something. Marquette runs it up here on the Longhorns. There's no mercy here. So, is this a triple lock?
I think it is a triple lock. Let's fucking go, guys. Yeah, it's just this is the disrespect. Where the hell are we with this lock? Why do I always have a hard time finding the there we go.
Friends through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin.
Shout out to Chad G though. That was very nice of him. Chad's the fucking man. I met up with Chad. Just like I met up with Landon, Renard, and I know the rest of you fucks out there are all fantastic people, but the ones that I've met, all fucking cool. All right. Avetta. I've met Avetta. She was very, very, very nice. Everyone is fucking cool. And that's the best part about it. All right. Best part about all this shit. Appreciate everyone there. What's up, Noah?
Shout out TVDBJ. I met him. He was cool.
Yeah. There we go. I love it when he has those initials, TVDBJ. It sounds like a fucking president. It's like, you know what I mean? Just great stuff there. Northern Arizona is catching 8.5 against AC, Abilene Christian. Shout out to AC Slater. NAU is a little bit better this year, I should say. But give me the points. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points too. I did not have a good feel in this game.
Yeah. Lipscomb is catching 4.5 against Belmont. They kind of hate each other. If you didn't know this one, did you know this?
Oh yeah. Because I was in that area with Belmont. Yep.
Yeah. Belmont's laying 4.5. I tend to think Belmont's the better team here, but they do fucking hate each other. Because it's at Belmont, I'm gonna lay the 4.5, but I would not go much further. What are you doing here?
Well, they're both located in Nashville, so like they're like a block from one another. I'll take the points with Lipscomb. These games are crazy, like you said.
We've had some dust ups in these ones, man.
We need more dust ups.
Yeah. IPFW is laying 7.5 at the Screaming Eagles of Southern Indiana. Fuck you. All right. Nobody is going into my Screaming Eagles home, the nest, and covering 7.5. All over this. Ride the money line. What are you doing here?
They're gonna win. They're gonna win outright. Southern Indiana all day. Our boys.
Yeah.
This Fort Wayne shit.
Trevor's all on IPFW. We got a little battle going on here.
Not happening.
Omaha is catching 20.5 against Texas Tech. Oof. Lay it. What are you doing here?
Yeah, they're off a loss. Lay it.
San Francisco's laying 2.5 at Vanderbilt. What? What is happening here?
I kind of think Vandy's going to win.
No, I'm taking San Francisco, but I'm not locking it because this line makes zero fucking sense.
Give me Vandy. This line makes no sense.
Don't lock that, dude. Don't lock.
No,
that.
I don't want to. I don't want to lock Vandy. Fuck Vandy.
Coe College is at Western Illinois. That we don't have a line because Coe College is like D2 or D3. Shout out to Marv Levy who went to Coe College. What's up, Noah?
Is it CO College?
COE. Coe. I think it's in Iowa. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right.
I thought it was Colorado College. That's all I wanted to say.
Gotcha. All right, go back to your dungeon. Look, go put some drywall up. All right. Yeah, see, Rob knows it. It's in Iowa. There we go. Marv Levy. Look up Marv Levy. He went to Coe College. Rice is at Houston. This is a in-city battle right here. Houston's laying 28. Houston's laying 28.5. You know, last year Rice got absolutely fucking embarrassed in this game. And that's why I think it's going to happen again. Lay the points. What are you doing here?
I'm going to take Rice here. Houston's off the Xavier win, the high major Big East Classic win. Rice loses by 25. They don't get as embarrassed.
You love betting on Rice. What the fuck? What happened with you at Rice? You know what I mean?
I've been doing a deep dive on the roster. I like him. JT Daniels.
Northern Kentucky taking on Illinois State. Why do I not see this line right now? Oh, I got it. Illinois State laying 2.5.
This is a good game.
I'm on ISU. What are you doing here?
Saying they're the home team.
Green Bay is catching 5.5 at SIU Edwardsville. Give me the 5.5. This Phoenix team ahead of the market, I think. What are you doing here?
I'm going to take Edwardsville, but I'm not betting this game.
Ready for this one? Buckle up. Nebraska laying 2.5 at the barn against Minnesota.
What do we do here, man?
I think we take Minnesota.
You lock it up. You take Minnesota. It's Nebraska's first road game. Big Ten home atmosphere. The barn is kind of dead, but it's the home opener. You think they get up for a game that Minnesota might be able to win,
buddy.
I'll do it.
Minnesota's not going to be able to win many Big Ten games. This is one where they can get up if they get some home crowd advantage. This is one where they win.
No, this is a great time. No, it's not. They just got drilled by Creighton. The fuck out of here. I'll take Minnesota.
They're not that good. They're not that good.
I don't think they're good.
I'll take Minnesota, but I am not locking up. But these two fools are, folks. Mac, Bieniek, lock it up. The Gophers. Noah's gonna buy some rims for the Baron. Let's go. DePaul is catching 18.5 at Texas A&M. No. I think we should lock A&M, dude.
I'm not locking. It's too big to lock, but yeah, I'll lay it with A&M.
Dude, you know A&M's coming off that loss to Virginia.
But they still got injuries.
And they don't score a lot. You're right. That's fair. Yeah. I won't lock it, but lay it. Folks. I know that's not basketball music, but
first down.
I wanted to play some music because the Pitt Panthers laying 3.5 in Morgantown against West Virginia at the W Coliseum. Colton's already saying Pitt by 1 million, but I don't need to ask my co-host. But I will lock up.
Morgantown, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Morgantown, Morgantown WV.
Look, I'm buying in. Pitt sucks. I took them the other night. They suck. WV's winning this one. Eat shit, Pitt. Let's go. Do I even need to ask?
I'm just looking into the camera. I just want to see if there's any cowards out there that dare to bet on this coward-ass university program. You think they're driving 5 hours through a fucking blizzard to get to this game? I don't think so. We don't lose to fucking Pitt. We beat them 6 in a row. It's going to be 7 in a row tomorrow. Noah, I know you have an announcement. I'll let you make it right now.
The LeBaron's going to Morgantown, Colby.
Woo-hoo-hoo! In a blizzard? God bless you. Can we get live updates?
I don't think it's blizzarding like through my drive, if that's a word. Like I'm driving east. Doesn't
buddy, you speak Dundee. Blizzarding is definitely a word.
Okay.
Yeah. I want updates. Let me know when you get to mile marker 87. All right, let's go. All right.
It's just a half hour farther than the beautiful city of Pittsburgh that unfortunately caught a stray from Mac the other day.
It makes me sick. I have to share that fucking Coliseum with those. And there might be somebody back tomorrow for the Mountaineers.
Really? We got some intel?
You might get some news tomorrow. So get that 3.5 and shove it up your ass, Pitt. We're going to beat your ass tomorrow. Lock it up. 7 in a row tomorrow. We don't lose to Pitt.
I'm all over it. Pitt sucks.
Eat shit, Pitt.
No, you triple lock, right?
You know, I think I'm supposed to be there representing Pitt because I'm going to be there with Mac and Rush. Wrong team's favored here, though. Like, Pitt hasn't beaten a high major team other than Oregon State. This is their first road game of the season. They've lost 6 in a row to West Virginia. I don't know how you could be laying points with Pitt in this game. West Virginia, Howard. You got to take them.
Let's go. Triple lock. Noah, also, you never went to Morgantown if you didn't burn a couch. So I expect footage of you burning a couch and perhaps having sexual relations with someone with a missing tooth. Let's go. All right. And
Colby, the next chat here.
Oh, there we go. Morgantown LeBaron trip. Noah's unfinished basement versus the Econo Lodge. Love this. What do you guys think is better? Where would you guys? Let me ask the chat. Where would you rather sleep? Noah's unfinished basement, where you could have dog piss from his dog fighting ring. And I like Noah. Someone in the chat said this the other day. Noah Levick, not
Bivic. No,
yeah, like Bivic. That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Or
somebody left a review of that, by the way. Somebody left a review with the name Noah Bivic.
I like it.
We got a lot of people in the chat that are going to lose some money betting on those fucking cowards from Pitt, man. You guys eat shit. Didn't you learn in football? This game's fucking personal. Their little cute little neighborhood versus our goddamn great state. We're going to kick their fucking ass.
Sounds like a governor. We got the great state of West Virginia. All right.
We're going to kick their fucking ass tomorrow. 7 in a row tomorrow. I'll see you guys on the show tomorrow.
Matt, quick question. It sounds like you were like, I guess, in the know. Does the video that I saw of that player have anything to do with it?
No, I don't think he's going to be back. He should be back. Everybody else is back in the country. But yeah, I don't know. He may be. Who knows? Bill's tweeted about it.
Next up, UC Santa Barbara's into Albuquerque to take on New Mexico. New Mexico's laying 12.5.
It's a lot of points.
Yeah, give me the points in Santa Barbara. 10-point win for New Mexico. What are you doing here?
Damn, we'll take the points.
UNLV is catching 9.5 at Dayton UD Arena. This fucking place is awesome. If you haven't been to a game here, highly recommended. UNLV won by 8 last year in Vegas. Revenge is on the mind. However, 9.5 is way too many fucking points. Give me UNLV.
I think I may lock UNLV. That's a lot of points, man.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Give me the 9.5. And UNLV. Noah Bieniek's Denver Pioneers are catching 23 points in Fort Collins. Oh yeah.
It's a spot for Denver, man. Everybody's stroking Colorado State.
Give me the
state rivalry.
Give me the 23. I could be talked into a lock here.
I kind of like it, man. I mean, Colorado State's playing their asses off against these high majors. Yeah, Denver, little brother, they'll win by 18. Let's go, Denver, lock it up.
Let's go. Craziest bet of the day. Give me the Pioneers plus 23. San Diego and Steve Lavin are catching 18.5 at Utah State. Nope. I'll lay it. What are you doing here?
I'll lay it as well.
UC Davis is catching 14.5 at Nevada.
No.
Give me the points. I'm dying hard with this. Alfred's made me look like a fool sometimes, but what are you doing here?
I'm locking Davis, man. This is the Alfred game. Give me Davis. Let's go.
All right, I'm in. Anytime with Alfred. Let's go. Let's bet this shit. SMU is getting 3 points in Tempe against Arizona State. Give me the Mustangs. Give me the Mustangs. I got George Bush calling the shots for him, getting them into conferences. I'm buying it. Give me the 3 in the Mustangs. What are you doing here?
I mean, these two teams are so unpredictable. Who the fuck knows who's going to show up? Give me SMU. Take the points.
Utah Tech is getting 8.5 at Cal Baptist. I'm actually going to lay it with Baptist. What are you doing here?
Same, I'll lay it. Fuck Utah Tech. They're Dixie State.
Fullerton. Cal State Fullerton there. Catching 3.5 at Pepperdine. Give me Pepperdine minus 3.5. What are you doing here?
I like Pepperdine as well. That may be a lock. Check the picks page.
Final game on the slate because we don't have a line on Life Pacific Insurance against Long Beach State or Lois and Clark against Portland State. But UC Riverside's getting 13.5 at Wazoo. Pac-12 Network. You know, Riverside was horrible to start the season. They've been pretty chippy lately. I think we should consider a lock here.
On Riverside?
Yeah, let me read you what they've done. So they covered our lock against North Dakota. They only lost at UCLA by 1. They lost by 1 at Montana State. They beat Green Bay. They only lost by, I don't know. I guess they lost by 25, but at Chapel Hill.
I like Riverside. I'm locking this, man.
Let's go.
They were competitive with UCLA the other night and Montana State.
Give me them Highlanders. Let's go. 13.5 is too much.
Washington State's a full skull.
Yeah. Go. Wazoo wins by 11. We cover. Let's go. Folks, that's our show. I'm on VSiN in like 30 minutes, so I gotta get my shit together here. Not going through all the. Actually, I guess we can. Here we go. I'm locking up Mercer. I'm locking up Morgan State. I'm locking up Loyola, Maryland. I also have on the slate the fucking Long Island Sharks. Also locking up the likes of Old Dominion minus 2.5 at William and Mary. System play. We are also locking up the likes of. No, staying away from that one. Maryland. This is for Mom. All right, minus 6.5 against Penn State. Let's make some money, Mom. After that, I am on top of Memphis minus 2.5 because I just don't think they lose twice in a row. Also going to be riding Fairfield plus 17.5 points at Yale. Northern Iowa minus 2.5 at home against Richmond. St. Thomas minus 5.5 against Milwaukee. South Carolina plus the points. I know that line's kind of moving around right now, so whatever you can get that at right now, providing it doesn't drop a ton. I'm on the Gamecocks and the points. Then we are loading up on Southern Indiana getting 7.5 at home. Also loading up on West Virginia points and money line at home against Pitt. Eat shit, Pitt. UNLV getting 9.5 at Dayton. Denver getting 23 points at Colorado State. Riverside getting 13.5 in Pullman. Shout out to the Coug. Great bar there. Mac, fire.
Yep. Early game, we got Mercer over South Alabama. Morgan State, here we go, baby. Going back to the well against UMBC. Loyola, Maryland, at LaSalle, too many points. Dartmouth against New Hampshire. American University, too many points at St. Joe's. We're going back to Brown. Cocaine Bears, the Brown guys against Rhode Island. Think they got a chance to win this game. Boston against Maine. They're going to win it outright. Niagara's live at home against the Bonnies in Upper State Battle of New York. Fairfield, too many points with Yale. Coppin State, my guys, against Wagner. Think they got a chance to win it outright. Did you say LIU? We're both on LIU. The Sharks.
Did I say it? Did I say it? The fucking Sharks are a lock tomorrow down there in South Beach.
Yes, they are. And I'm also on Northern Iowa against Richmond out there in Iowa. The Mexicans, they're gonna get it done tomorrow.
Oh,
Texas
fuck.
A&M Corpus
Wait,
Christi.
I forgot. Give me the Mexicans. Let's go. I forgot that one. Let's go. That one's yeah. Let's go.
And let's go to Shaka Bowl. Let's go to Shaka Bowl. He's gonna roll tomorrow, bounce back off that loss, lay it against the Longhorns, horns down. Southern Indiana's gonna
I forgot Marquette too. What the fuck, man? Anyway, continue. Yeah.
That's why I got my big ass notepad right here.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of scribbling, a lot of notes over here. I can't read my own handwriting. Southern Indiana against Fort Wayne. They're going to win the game outright. Let's go. We're on Vegas, too big a number against Dayton. Riverside as well at Wazoo. We think they're live in that game. Me and Noah are going to go to the barn here against Nebraska. We'll take that. Detroit, win number 1 tomorrow against Ball State. Book it. Lock battle. Give me the Tribe over the Monarchs down there in Virginia. Another here we go. Maryland for Mrs. Dundee over Penn State. Lay it. The Tommies of Tommyville up there at the Shoenecker are going to get it done against Milwaukee. Denver, Noah Bieniek's Denver Pioneers against Colorado State. Take that big number. UC Davis, too big a number against Nevada. And my final 2 locks. Let's go to the southern part of West Virginia, where the Marshall Thundering Herd are going to set the tone in the early window. They're going to beat Duquesne outright. You see that fucking score right there? That's a preview tomorrow night. Mountaineers by 1 million. We don't lose to Pitt. 7 in a row. Eat shit, Pitt. I'll see everybody tomorrow night.
Yes, and I'm also on UC Davis. Noah, fire away.
Yeah, so I like the slate. I think there's a lot of entertaining games tonight, but there was one marquee game. I had to get a hand in it. So I'm tailing with Mac and Rush into the Coliseum to watch the backyard brawl. And I'm taking West Virginia plus 3.5. I personally have the line minus 1.5 for the Mountaineers. Pitt hasn't won that game in 6 years. And it's for their first road game of the season. Minus 3.5, Wake Forest against Rutgers. Rutgers' first road game of the season. Also, Penn State's first road game of the season. I have Maryland minus 6.5, and that's a Miss Dundee, Mama Dundee play. So that's a smash spot. Clemson minus 8.5 against South Carolina. They've just been a cash cow for me so far this year. I'm not going to abandon that wagon. I have that line minus 12. I think PJ Hall's going to have a fun day tomorrow against BJ Mack. Marquette minus 7.5 against Texas. Shaka's first chance at revenge. I think they run it up after they just got embarrassed by Wisconsin in their rivalry game. And the last one for me, plus 3.5 with Minnesota against Nebraska. It's the Cornhuskers' first road game of the season as well. And that one's one of the true spots where I think Minnesota is going to get one of their first of 3, 4, 5 Big Ten wins.
There we go, folks. Subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. If you're going to be at that game in Morgantown, hit them up. They hit up Moneyline Mac on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. Hit up Noah Bieniek on Twitter at NoahB77_. That's a great game. Appreciate everyone in the chat. We got some donations, and in general, whether you can donate or whether you can't, and you're just in there commenting, regardless, we are very grateful. You guys are awesome. 280 fucking people. Yeah. What's up?
And by the way, we're going to try to be live from the Coliseum, correct, Mac?
Yes.
Tomorrow?
That's the goal.
Yep. So could be a fun show in store tomorrow, too. So tune in.
Let's go, folks. I'm on Twitter, the Colby D. Let me know if you sign up for Underdog Fantasy TCE on SGPN promo code. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. And thanks to everyone in the chat. Shout out to Jace. Brian Sanders, always fantastic. Everyone in the chat's always awesome. And check out the Sports Gambling Podcast. Check out the College Football Experience, the FCS College Football Experience. Tomorrow morning, I'm live on the Sports Gambling Podcast, talking college football, FCS playoffs, and Army Navy. Buckle up. The season ain't done, folks. And check out the Bottom Line Bombs podcast. All that good shit. Get the SGPN app. You'll get access to all of our picks, our content. Noah Bieniek's writing articles over there like he's fucking John Grisham. You know what I mean? He's just over there just with a fucking typewriter. All right. Talking about players that are innocent. They're innocent until proven guilty. All right. Let's go, folks. This is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Let's do this. Who this? Call us through this. Notorious performances, glorious enormousness. Funny how we paint our own portraits till they form to us. Funny when it comes to tours on ghosts. Bores me the most. Every day's a Saturday. That's down Doritos. Snack rapping and recording it. 40 as for the approach, I've been lucky. Pour me a toast. 40 to coke, lonely and dope. Smoked only in a nutshell. My nuts swell, stormy a stroke. Corky is worthy, is recorded as flow. Every year a little more status is perfect as though. The impact must be something cause the business grow. Whether it's Switzerland or Minnesota, they see something in this flow. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little break and just grab this cheeseburger. See something in this. Smoking up the nail off, bail off to the sunset. Set lists and payoffs, pay dirt on day off. This my law, stay off. No potholes, they stop. Whatever they top. I'm a straight rock, I love this. Do not forget the S rappers all acting, they above this, but you ain't no